Hello apples and cherries and welcome to your first lesson of the next 2 weeks to do with 2D and 3D shapes. Okay, so for over the next 2 weeks we are going to be focusing on 2D and 3D shapes. We are going to use our grown-up mathematical language to be able to name the shapes and talk about their properties. So we are not going to use some of the words that we would use in normal everyday talking, but we are going to learn some new mathematical words. We're going to build up our mathematical vocabulary, and I know you are brilliant at taking this on board. So for today's lesson, we are going to be focusing on our 2D shapes. We've done 2D shapes before, so today is going to be a little recap of some of the facts and just to make sure that we've got all the right information that we can use. By the end of today's video, you will be able to name 2D shapes. Some of you may also be able to talk about the properties of different 2D shapes. And some of you may even be able to compare different 2D shapes. Right then, let's have a look at some 2D shapes. We've got this shape here. Can anyone remember what this is called? Brilliant. This one is called a circle. What about this 2D shape? Fantastic. This one is a square. This one? Amazing. This one is a triangle. Brilliant. This one is a rectangle. And the last 2D shape, a star. Well done. When we talked about 2D shapes before, we said that there was one word that we could use to describe it. We also used a hand gesture or an action to help us when we were talking about 2D shapes. Can you remember what that was? We said that 2D shapes are flat. Well done. So we put our hands together and we pop them on the side and we say 2D shapes are flat. Brilliant. And flat means that there's no up and there's no down on these shapes. So they're flat to the surface. We cannot pick them up. They are not something that we can hold in our hands, 2D shapes. 2D shapes are used to make other things. They are flat. Okay then, so let's have a look at one of our shapes in more detail. So this shape, can you remember the name of it? Well done, it is a circle. And this circle has one continuous curve. So if we have a look all the way around here, this side of the circle goes round continuously. There is no start point and there's no end point. So there is one continuous curve. And as we said, the line isn't curved, so it is a round shape. It is round. It's not straight, it is round. And an interesting fact for you, all the points on the edge of the circle are the same distance from the centre. So if you look here, I'm going to draw a little circle in the middle. And if I draw a line up here and a line here, this line is the same distance away from the centre of the circle as this line is. So no matter where I draw a little mark on here, it will always be the same distance away from the centre of the circle. Okay then, so let's look at our next 2D shape. Wonder what this shape's name is. Fantastic, it is a rectangle. And let's recap some of the knowledge that we know about a rectangle. A rectangle has 4 straight sides. So here we've got a straight side, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are straight. They are not curved like a circle, they are straight. A rectangle also has 4 vertices. So remember, vertices are where the sides come together. So let's count the rectangle's vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle also has 2 long sides that are opposite each other and are the same in length. They are equal in length. If they have 2 long sides, they also have 2 short sides that are opposite each other and are also the same in length. Another fact that is new today for you is that rectangles have 4 right angles. We don't need to worry about this too much in reception, but right angles are what we can use to work out if a line is straight. So a right angle is 90 degrees, is a 90-degree angle, and as you go up through the school, you will learn more about different types of angles. So moving on to our next 2D shape, it is this one. Can you name it? Well done. It is a square. Now, we love looking at squares in reception because they are very special. Can you remember what makes squares special? Well done. Squares are a special rectangle. So they have the 4 straight sides, and all the 4 straight sides are the same in length. All the sides are the same length. They are all equal. They also have 4 vertices, and they also have 4 right angles. So squares are a type of rectangle, but they are special because all the sides on the square are equal. So sometimes we would say all the sides are the same. Okay, so we're on to the next shape now. Can you remember what this shape is called? Fantastic. This shape is called a triangle. So a triangle, what can we remember about these? They have 3 straight sides. So if we look at this triangle here, it has 1 straight side here, 1 straight side here, 2, and another straight side here, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And all of these triangles, although they look different, they all have 3 straight sides. Triangles also have 3 vertices. So remember, vertices are the points where the sides come together. So they make 3 vertices on a triangle. So you've got 1, 2, 3. And if I was to do this to check on this triangle here, I will check that this is definitely a triangle. It's got 3 straight sides. 1, 2, 3. And does it have 3 vertices? 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the triangle. And the last 2D shape that we're going to look at today is this one. Can you remember what this one is called? Fantastic. It's called the star. So let's just go through some of the facts that we know about a star. A star has 10 sides. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I wonder, the sides on this triangle, are they curved or are they straight? Well done, they're straight. So I'm just going to add on here that it is 10 straight sides. Ten straight sides. Okay, it also has 10 vertices. Now I can definitely see 5, so let's see the 5 that we definitely can see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there is double the amount of vertices on a star. So remember, a vertex is where the sides come together to make a pointy bit. So if you have a look here, there's a side there and a side here. And if you just have a look, there's a pointy bit there. So I had 5, and I'll put 5 in my head, and then I can count on. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a star has 10 vertices. And just an interesting fact for you, the vertices of a star come out from the centre. So here's my centre of my star, and all of the vertices all come out from the centre in an equal distance. Okay, so your task for today is to go on a 2D shape hunt. So you've got all of the shapes there in your little table. You can print the document if you want to, or you can make your own table on your own piece of paper. What we would like you to do is to go around your house and see what 2D shapes you can find in your house. So one of the 2D shapes that I found in my house was a square. So I found a square, and I'm going to just put a tally in this box here. Every time I saw a square, I added another tally. And then I may have then come across a triangle, so I would have put a tally up there. Once I finished my hunt, I would be able to write down how many triangles I found. So I found 1 triangle and 2 squares. Once I've done that, I will then be able to challenge myself to write down the name of the objects that I found with these 2D shapes. So one of the objects that I found was a plug socket, and that plug socket was shaped like a square. I hope you enjoy your 2D shape hunt today.